real quick. I don't know if you can actually see this. Right down here, well, I guess you can see it. It looks like a little squiggly mark right here. Well, it kind of is. I just took a felt permanent marker and I just drew some lines right here, because once I attached the other cabinet to this one, if I didn't put this line of felt marker right here, you would actually see an ever so slight line where the pre-finished birch is, rather than where my stained cherry veneer is. So I didn't take that into consideration when I was veneering the cabinet, because again, I'm not an installer. I'm just a pre-finished carpenter. So it was a lesson learned. I'll know that for some of the future cabinets I build. But this will solve that issue, because the cherry is such a dark color that this black felt marker will be just fine. It'll at least suit my needs. I also had a line right about here, which you cannot necessarily see, and I was able to take care of that line there. You can still kind of see it, but it's not as noticeable now, and it'll be fine. And plus the door, my drawer front here, once it's on, you're never going to see it anyway. So, which I have to admit, this looks pretty darn nice. So I'm looking forward to actually having it installed. Yeah. And then it'll tip out like so. But first, let me mount this cabinet in place so that way I can install the doors and be done with this part of the project. I think the cabinet's right where I want it to be. And one other thing, I'm actually rather thankful that I have not built my countertop template yet, because this cabinet's actually going to be going a little bit more forward this way than I originally thought it would. And so another one of those figure it out as I go type of moments. But I have it where I want it, I think, overall. This is supposed to be 3 inches, or no, 2.5 inches, that's right. And it is 2.5 inches underneath. I forgot, the standard toe kick is 3 inches below, but this is 2.5, and it'll eventually only be 2 inches underneath, which is fine. That's kind of where I want it to be. So yeah, this is right where I want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and mount it permanently so I don't have to hold it by clamps anymore. So this is one of my favorite aspects of the build, actually putting a door on. And I don't know why, maybe it's because it gives it that much more of a finishing touch. But so these are the hinges that I got. I could have gotten the type that you actually drill into the door, but I decided against it. Partially because I actually kind of like the way that the hinges display. It gives it kind of, I don't know. Some people don't like it. I actually do like seeing the hinges. I think it's a nice accent to the Merlot color. So these have springs built into them to kind of help keep the doors shut. But I also have the hardware, which I actually kind of had a hard time finding them because I hadn't been using them. And the question is, did I bring them in the van? I did. So these are my handles. I don't know how well you can see that, but they're pretty basic. They come with 3-inch screws, or no, 2-inch screws. Yeah, whatever they are, 1.5 inches, I think. Inch and a quarter. Wow, I am off today. I am way off. No, what I meant by 3-inch screw, I actually meant 3-inch handles, you know, a 3-inch opening for the handles. These are 1.25 inches, which works out great. I almost opted for 1/2-inch doors rather than 3/4, which is standard. And I'm glad that I went with 3/4 because that just makes these fit perfect. And I wasn't thinking about that at the time. I'm glad that I just went with it. But these also are roller cabinet catches. And these are for keeping your doors from opening. I think every RV has them. Not necessarily this type, but every RV has them. I almost opted for the magnetic ones, but I decided these will do just fine. And plus, I think they were $4 on Amazon and free shipping. 2-day shipping, for that matter. I can't remember how much I paid for these. I think it was $20 for all 10 of these. Or maybe it was $30, but either way, it's significantly less expensive on Amazon than at Lowe's or someplace like that. It's even less expensive than Walmart. And I looked at these, not these exact ones, but I did look at hardware at Walmart and almost bought those, so I'm glad that I actually waited on it. So I have this door, I have a drawer front, which I may or may not actually install right now. I want to get the door on so that way the tanks that I have underneath the sink don't go flying all over the place, especially since I actually have water in my freshwater tank. So that's what I'm going to do.